What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. I am sitting in crazy traffic, so I figured I'd use my new windshield mount for my phone, and I wanted to update you guys on the 3D printing side of things, but also on the woodworking side of things. So I'll just jump right into it. On the 3D printing side, I had posted a video up several weeks ago about some difficulty that I was having with printing ABS on the Monoprice Select Mini. I'm happy to say that that's really not an issue anymore, and I wanted to share the steps that I took to get here. So the first thing I did, like anybody, was mess around with the print temps. As a lot of you guys know, no two filaments will print the same. There are minor variances, whether it's the color of the filament, obviously the material that you're printing, be it PLA, ABS, or something else. But also, each printer is going to handle that plastic a little bit differently. And I found the sweet spot on my Monoprice, and it ends up being a nozzle temp of around 240 for the ABS that I was using, and a bed temp of about 80 C. But I was still having issues with adhesion to the bed, and also I was getting some separation between the layers, so I knew there was still a bigger issue at play. So I've been printing on blue painter's tape. I grabbed the purple Elmer's glue stick, laid that down, and that really helped with bed adhesion, but I was still getting those weak layers. So I started to do a little bit of research, talk to my buddy Joe. I've mentioned him several times on this channel, and the big thing that helped me print ABS well, finally, was controlling the ambient temperature around the print. And the first thing I did to test that out was just put cardboard all around the printer to try and block out any drafts or cooler air from the house from hitting that print bed, and that helped dramatically. So I went to Thingiverse. I found a little ABS flag. I'll put a link to that in the description, and what that did was it plugged the cooling fan. There's a little slit at the very bottom of that. It plugged up that slit, and it kept the air from the cooling fan from being directed to the print bed, so it allowed that ABS to cool down a little bit more slowly. Secondly, I went out and grabbed a large Rubbermaid Tupperware kind of container so that I could literally just put the lid over top of the printer when it's printing ABS. And once I did that, it nailed it. No issues with warping because of the glue stick, no issues with a weak layer adhesion because of the ambient control that I have with that, all of those things. So if you have a Monoprice Select Mini and you're having difficulty with ABS, hopefully that helps you guys. Secondly, on the 3D printing side, the Hatchbox Wood filament. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been printing quite a lot with that. I really wanted to test it out, print out as much as I could to form a good opinion for you guys. I will be doing a two-part video series on that. The first part will be reviewing it as just a filament. How does it print? How does it behave? What were my print settings? Things like that. So that'll be more like the 3D printer point of view. But the second video will be sanding and staining the filament to see if it really holds up to the hype, because it is plastic with, you know, wood fibers and like sawdust or whatever embedded in it, so it can't behave just like wood, but we'll see. Now, the woodworking side of things, I apologize for not putting a woodworking video out for a while. I do have a sculpture thing that I'm collecting footage on. I think I mentioned that in a couple of videos ago, but I think I'm starting to build up a nice hand plane collection. I have 8 or 9 that came from my uncle. My father came in this weekend and brought those with him, and they're old, but they're functional, and they just need, you know, a nice restoration and, you know, good honing on the blades, and they'll be good to go. So when you combine the 8 or 9 I got from him with the 3 I already had, that's a decent collection, and that's a lot of restoration that has to happen, and I would love to figure that out with you guys. So I'll be shooting some videos of that, and I'm not going to be perfect at it. I'm going to do a little research and see, you know, how I can bring these things back into shape. But I just want to have fun, and that's what all this is about. You know, that's why I do all the 3D printing stuff that I do. That's why I do the woodworking stuff that I do. It's because I really love doing it, and I want to share that with you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. It really helps, and it lets me get content out to some people that I know that are interested in it. So that's great. If you like this video, if you don't like it, let me know with the thumbs up, thumbs down, the like, dislike thing. That's below the video as well. But anyway, look for those Hatchbox videos coming out soon, and probably a video on my hand planes. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.